What's on YouTube? It's Pete TT coming at you with another Division video. And today, guys, is probably the most important video I'm going to try and bring you in the next week or so. And that is Incursions setup. Now, obviously, Incursions are going to be rocked as a team. And this video has been based around all the research and things like that that myself and my team have done. So, obviously, a big shout out to my team for helping me do this. So guys, where do we start off then? Well, I'm going to pull up an image now. Incursion setup, team member 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now this is the best way we have found to set up a team for challenge mode and things like that. Now obviously we have to go off of challenge mode because we haven't got anything else anything harder end game wise to try. But we've been tweaking, fine tuning several different ways of playing and setups, and this has kind of been the best one. So as you can see, we've designated player 1 as the marksman on the team. We've designated player 2 as the support player on the team, and player 3 and 4 are the 2 assault members of the team. So that is how we're going to go through this, guys, and everything I'm going to read out to you, everything I'm going to tell you is it's come about from an awful lot of research. We've played with every talent in the game, every ability in the game, and we've come up with this list for each kind of role that we think works best. Now, these might not work for all of you. Obviously, our playstyles might be very, very different to yours, and it might not work at all. But having looked at everything, this is what we think. Now, guys, I'm not going to mollycoddle you and talk down to any of you. If you guys are gearing up for Incursions, then I expect you to know where to find abilities, where to find signature skills and talents. So I'm not going to go reading out every single one and tell you exactly what it does, because the video would be stupidly long if I did. Instead, I'm going to tell you what they are. You guys can feel free to go and have a look, check them out and make some tweaks to your character as needed. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into it. Let's pull up team member number 1, the Marksman. So, as you can see, guys, our recommendation here for this Marksman is as a primary weapon an M1A or an M44. Obviously, Marksman, you know, having that scout rifle or marksman rifle, DMR, whatever you want to call it, as your primary weapon, that is going to, you know, that is your role. You are the marksman. These are the 2 best marksman rifles in the game to choose from. Now, you might want to go for the semi-automatic version of the M1A, or you might have a very good roll on your bolt action M44. It is entirely up to you guys, and it is down to personal preference. Secondary weapon for the marksman, then we have come up and deduced either the Vector or the MP5 as the best. Reason for this, guys, I know we've called you a marksman, but we're now saying carry an SMG. Well, guys, as the marksman, you're going to be sat further back and probably a lot more by yourself. So if enemy push up onto you, you're going to need to swap out your marksman rifle to something that is not only fast firing, high damage, but also reloads quite quickly, and that obviously comes out as an SMG, and the Vector and the MP5 are the 2 obvious choices in that class. What do you want to run for abilities as a marksman then, guys? Well, we've decided that Smart Cover and Support Station will be the best options for you. Now, let me just quickly refer back to my piece of paper, guys. You see, on the abilities, Smart Cover, we think you're going to be wanting to run Concealment Mod, and for the Support Station, Ammo Cache. Now, guys, like I said, I'm not going to mollycoddle you and read out all of the descriptions for everything, because there's a lot for each character. You can go and check them out yourselves. Tell me whether you think that you agree with us or not. For the signature skill on a marksman, we believe Tactical Link is going to be the best way to go. Obviously, you're going for headshots, so crit hit, crit damage on your character is going to be a necessity. It's going to make you do a lot more damage and do your job more efficiently. So it has to be Tactical Link. For talents, guys, we are recommending Adrenaline, One is None, Steady Hands, and Tech Support. Again, guys, I'm sure you know where to find these. Go and have a look at them, read up on the descriptions, and you will see why we've recommended these talents as the kind of must-haves for the marksman on the team. Let's look at the second member of the team then, which is Support. I shall pull the image up now. As you can see, guys, we are recommending for the Support class, their primary should be an LMG. Their secondary, either a marksman rifle or an assault rifle. Now this comes down to personal preference and how you guys play in your team. We play together every single night. We know how each other work. Depending on who takes that support role on for the night, depends on whether that person runs a marksman rifle or an assault rifle. So guys, that secondary comes down entirely up to you. If you feel that you like to support your marksman a little bit more, then having 2 marksman rifles are a very good idea. If you find yourself kind of halfway between the marksman and the 2 assault guys, then maybe the assault rifle would be better for you. Again though, like I said, it comes down entirely to you and your team's personal setup. So abilities for the support team member then. We have decided that Pulse and Support Station with, let me just have a quick look. Pulse, you want Tactical Scanner, and the Support Station, you want Life Support. That is the best way we found to set up the support role on their abilities, and it does work quite nicely, guys. The fact that the support player can pulse all the enemies for the rest of the team, and obviously they can drop the support station down so that if you do go down, no one's got to try and make some mad bolts out to get you. You can get yourself back and revive yourself. Is a very, very good setup. Now, we believe for signature skill that they should be running Recovery Link. You know, they are the guy they're the team member that's going to support the rest of the team. So the fact that they can get other team members up when they are downed and give them the overshield as well is a very, very good idea. Now, for talents on the support team member, we believe that Adrenaline, Battle Buddy, Combat Medic and Tech Support are the way forward. Again guys, head over to the Talents tab on your screen, check them out for yourself, and you will see why we think these are good talents to run with this team member. So that kind of wraps up both the marksman and the support class. And like I said, depending on how you play, guys, these 2 team members are going to either be working very closely together, or they're kind of going to be split up by, you know, 30-40 meters or so, I would say. Obviously with Incursions, we're not sure how it is. We know from the footage we've seen it's going to be pretty close quarters, so that distance might be dropped down a little bit. And if it does, that will actually help with the 2 support stations. Let's move on then, guys, to the 2 assault classes. First up, we're going to look at Assault 1. Now again, Assault 1 and Assault 2, guys, are very, very similar, and you're going to have to work out between yourselves in your team who would play one role and who would play the other role. Personally, I play Assault 1 and Azza or Paul play Assault 2. But again, it depends. I like to swap things out every now and again, as the other boys do, so we can swap around. Let's pull up the image, guys. Let's have a look at the team member Assault 1. So as you can see, primary weapon, we are recommending an assault rifle. Obviously, there's not too many choices of level 31 assault rifles that are actually good. So you're probably going to be looking at the Black Market AK. Possibly, if you don't mind dropping down to a level 30 item, then I would say the ACR. It does pack a fair amount of damage, very, very stable, and a very good gun. But if you're wanting to stick with that level 31, I don't know what else to recommend really other than the AK. Secondary then of a Vector and an MP5. This because, guys, the Assault 1 and the Assault 2 classes are going to be the run and gun, very aggressive, very pushy players. How you decide to play this is entirely up to you. You might want these guys to have exceptionally good health. You might want them, like we do, to have exceptionally good DPS and rely on your signature skills, your weapon talents, your ability talents and things like that to keep yourself alive if you go for the high DPS, lower health role. It's entirely up to you, guys. As for abilities on Assault 1, we recommend First Aid and Turret. Now, for First Aid, you're going to want to be running Overdose, and for Turret, we've selected a Flame Turret. Now, these will obviously work quite nicely with the talents I'll tell you in a minute. But First Aid with Overdose, guys, is pretty much a crucial thing if you're going to be a run, gun, pushing type of player, because you're going to want to heal yourself, especially if you're like us, very high DPS. We're sitting at like between 170 180,000 K DPS, whereas our health is only at just over 55k, so we rely massively on medipacks and self-heals to keep ourselves alive when we're pushing. So you've got to have that Overdose if that's the way you're going. And like I said, Flame Turret is very good for suppressing enemies and things like that. For the signature skill then, we are recommending Tactical Link. This is because obviously it increases your damage. And Assault 2, guys, if you think I'm just saying Tactical Link, Assault 2 will be running Survivor Link. So we are giving you, you know, both yellow and blue signature skills to be pushy with, which is what you need. But let's move on. Assault 1 talents then. Again, you see Adrenaline coming up. This is something we've recommended for every player because of the overheal it gives you when using a medkit. Wildfire, because you are running a flame turret. Evasive action, and on the move. Again, guys, head over to the talents tab on your screen to find out the in-detail description of each one of these. Let's move on then to Assault 2. I shall pull that up now. As you can see, guys, very similar to Assault 1, we're recommending Assault Rifle backed up by either a Vector or MP5. Abilities, you can see First Aid is back again because you are the runny pushy player. But this time we're recommending Seeker Mind with Gas Charge. Now this is because worked nicely if you use your abilities well and your communication is key or kind of on point as a team, then you can put the Seeker Mines out first, flash them, then bang out the fire turret and burn them, and you just kind of get to freeze them and do an awful lot of damage to them without taking too much damage yourself. Assault 2 though are running Survivor Link for signature. So there you have it, guys. You've got a blue and a yellow SIG skill, and your support guy is running the medic SIG skill. So you're kind of covering all bases here. So if you're pushing up, you get into trouble, bang out the Survivor Link, bang out your Tactical Link, and you should be able to not only take a stupid amount of damage, but drop anything in your path very, very quickly. As for talents, we are again looking at Adrenaline, but we have picked Tactical Advance, Evasive Action, and On the Move for Assault 2. So only one real change up from the talents, guys, between Assault 1 and Assault 2, and that is Wildfire on 1 and Tactical Advance on 2. Now, as I said, guys, a big shout out's got to go out to my teammates here because we have spent a lot of time over the last couple of weeks playing with all the different talents, abilities, attributes, absolutely everything in game we have played with, we have tweaked, and we have had Incursions in the back of our mind at the forefront of doing all of this. So this is our recommendation to you and how to set up an ideal team going into Incursions. I would love to hear your comments in the section down below, guys. I know the rest of the team would as well. Let us know what you think. Do you like the ideas? Is there any kind of small changes you would make? Maybe you do. Maybe you have a different way of playing. Maybe there's a few things you think, actually, you know, example, one is none on the Marksman isn't the best. Maybe you should run for, you know, said ability, or sorry, said talent on something else. If that's the case, guys, let us know. You know, we're happy to hold our hands up and say, actually, yeah, okay, maybe you've got a point there. But this has come from a lot of research, and this is what we think. So yeah, comments down below, guys. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video and it helped you. Hopefully it does, because there are only 2 days left to Incursions. I know a lot of people are still asking about character setups, team setups, and things like that. So I'm hoping this does help. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure to do so. There are so many more Division videos coming your way. We're going to be streaming a lot as of the 12th with Incursions coming out and things like that. So there's so much stuff coming your way, guys, Division based, that we're just going to be so busy, it's going to be unreal. But until the next video, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all soon.